Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Hopefully you all reading right. Boleh dengar tak suara saya?
Dengar, sir.
Okay, jom. Saya tak sure sama ada you dah ambil tak dia punya tutorial ni dalam you punya drive. Ada tak dalam drive you punya tutorial ni? Saya tak sure ada ke tidak. Today kita punya tutorial ya. Tak ada. Cuma satu saja yang ada. Kita ada. So, saya tak bantu lagi tutorial dalam dalam WhatsApp ada tak? Saya kena share lah tutorial ni. Saya terlupa. Tutorial satu je saya bagi. Sorry, saya terlupa. Okay, jom. Kita buat tutorial. Soalan satu. Saya buat MCQ dulu, and then baru kita buat yang soalan atas tu. First Q is identify the correct statement. The correct statement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apa dia ni? Identify the correct statement. First statement dia mixed cost. Okay, mixed cost varies to the production volume. This one is correct or not? Oh, dia kan ikut tu. Okay, Dina dulu. Okay, jom Dina. Mixed cost varies to the production volume. This one is correct or incorrect? Correct ataupun tidak? Dina ada? Ada tak Dina? Anis? Anis ada?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Apa jawapan yang tadi? Okay, number one ni mixed cost varies to the production volume. Apa jawapan dia?
C, sir.
Ya kan yang ni mixed cost varies to the production volume ni betul tak betul?
Betul, sir.
Okay, second one, fixed cost is constant regardless of production volume. Fixed cost is
Betul
constant.
juga, sir.
Number three, variance cost varies in direct proportion to the production volume.
Betul, sir.
Okay, number four, high and low method is to be used to determine the semi-variable cost.
Salah, sir.
Okay, salah. So the answer is
C.
C. Okay. Okay, this one is incorrect. Salah ya. Okay. Kalau ada soalan nanti you boleh tanya terus kat sini lah. So saya tak go through one by one ni. Kenapa mixed cost varies to the production volume, fixed cost is constant regardless of the production volume, variance cost varies in direct proportion to the production volume ni. Kalau you tak faham, and then you boleh tanya. Okay, second. Which of the statement below is false? Next apa? Fat. Apa jawapannya? Which of the statement below is false? Fixed cost varies with production volume. Semi-variable cost varies with production volume. Variable cost varies proportionately to the production volume. Fixed costs remain fixed with a certain relevant range of production activities.
E, sir.
Apa jawapannya? B, ball.
I think so. B.
Okay, fixed cost ni dia berubah tak?
Fixed cost.
Dia berubah dengan kuantiti tak? Kalau kuantiti bertambah, fixed cost dia bertambah tak?
Tak.
So cuba you baca A. Fixed cost varies with production volume. Volume ni kuantiti lah. Berubah tak? Okay,
Tak berubah.
soalan satu dia kata tadi. Fixed cost is constant. Constant dia tetap regardless of the production volume. So yang ni fixed cost varies with production volume. Yang ni betul ke salah?
Betul. Salah. Jawapan ni sir. Jawapan.
Okay. Yang B pula dia kata semi variable cost varies with production volume. Okay, this one betul salah? Variance cost varies in direct proportion to the production volume. Fixed costs remain fixed with certain relevant range of production activities. So A dengan D ni dia kontras. Which one that you choose? A ataupun B yang salah? Yang mana betul?
Yang betul A, sir.
Yang betul A. Maksudnya fixed cost varies with production volume. Yang tu yang betul Yang tu yang betul. Fixed cost. Okay. Okay, ni slide kita yang lama Slide presentation kita. Okay, kat atas ni dia tulis ni. Fixed cost remain constant or unchanged ataupun fixed lah. Remain unchanged ataupun remain fixed. Unchanged fixed ke kan? Kami saya baik di sini saya panjang ke sikit. Saya turun bawah sikit. Saya panjang ke sikit kat sini. Okay. Dia tulis ni fixed cost remain constant or unchanged ataupun fixed regardless of the production volume or level of activity. Volume ni adalah kuantiti lah. Quantity. Fixed cost remain constant or unchanged. Panjang kan. Or fixed regardless of the production volume, quantity, or level of activities. Yes. This part. Is it okay? You need to be more specific. This one is general info. Okay, and this one to be specific. Okay. Fixed cost remain constant or unchanged or fixed regardless of the production volume or quantity or level of activities. But it is true up, but it is true up to a certain range of activity only. Bila dia sampai tahap tepu tu, so dia akan berubah fixed cost ni. Dia ada dia punya apa orang kata time dia yang kita kena increase dia punya fixed cost. Okay, fixed cost per unit, cost per unit dia CPU, fixed cost per unit will reduce. Okay, dah. When the production volume increase. So dia kontra bila fixed cost per unit ni dia akan reduce kalau dia punya production increase. Okay. Fixed cost remain constant over wide range of activity for a specific time period. Let's see. Fixed cost remain constant over wide range of activity for a specific time period. Example, depreciation of factory machines, supervisors and main supervisors' salaries, manager salaries, monthly rental expenses. Unit fixed cost decrease proportionally with the level of activity. You see, unit lah. They are long term in nature. They can't be significantly reduced. If the total fixed cost is 5K for a month, the fixed cost per unit will be as follows. Okay, this one is you punya nota. Okay, saya letak tepi nota you. Okay, apa jawapan dia semua tadi? Which of the statement below is false? Fact. Fixed cost varies with production volume. Is it correct or not?
Betul. Jawapan dia D, sir.
Correct. So yang A ni betul salah ni?
Yang A betul.
A ni betul salah. You baca balik nota ni. You baca ni betul. Fixed cost remain constant and unchanged or fixed regardless of the production volume or quantity or level of activity, but it is true up to certain range of activity. Okay, bahasa pergi semula. Okay, you baca semula. Fixed cost varies with production volume. Fixed cost remain fixed with certain relevant range of production activity. A dengan D ni yang mana betul?
Yang mana betul? D, sir. So A tu salah.
So A ni salah ya. Okay, ni A yang salah. Okay, so D ni betul. Okay, semi-variable cost varies with production volume. Okay, bila tak sini fixed cost, variable cost ya. Mixed cost semi. Okay, semi dia berubah sama macam variable cost atau mixed cost. Bila ambil kat sini lah. Okay, variable cost, the change cost is direct proportional to the changes in the level of activity. Total variable cost change when activity change. Although variable cost change in total as the activity level rise and fall, variable cost per unit is constant. VCPU. Variable cost per unit is constant. Tetap. Cost per unit. Variable cost akan meningkatlah, increase when activity increase. The variable cost varies direct proportion to the production volume or level of activity. Varies. So satu varies kan satu constant ya. Satu varies, satu constant. Okay. So saya boleh letak kat sini table. Dua. Sekejap. Copy 14. VC. VC total variable cost. Okay. Variable cost insert symbol increase. One, two, three. You increase, total variable cost akan increase. Okay. Variable cost per unit. Variable cost per unit. Normally unchanged. Kalau quantity volume tinggi atau increase or decrease. Boleh nampak tak? Okay. Sekejap, saya tak tanya soalan ni kan? Saya pause dulu WhatsApp group. Okay, ni nota kita ya. Satu constant, satu varies. Okay. Fixed cost varies with production volume. Semi-variable cost varies with production volume. Variable cost varies proportionally to the production volume. Fixed cost remains fixed with certain relevant range of production activity. Sudah pada A ya. Okay, next. Nisha. Prime cost consists of A, B, C, or D. Nisha. Ada Nisha tak? Prime cost. Your answer is direct cost plus indirect cost. Is that correct? Cuba try lagi. Try one more time. What is the answer? What is the answer? Prime cost. Prime cost. Prime cost or direct cost. Prime cost consists of direct materials plus direct labor plus direct expenses. So prime cost equal to direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses. This one is prime cost. Okay. This one is you punya master punya slide. Production cost equal to material cost plus labor cost plus expenses. Prime cost, direct material, direct labor, direct expenses. Manufacturing overhead or factory overhead, indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses. Okay, this one slide yang you kena ingatlah, remember this one. Okay, I'll letak tepi. Okay, Nisha, apa jawapannya tadi? Prime cost is
direct material cost plus direct labor cost plus direct expenses.
direct labor, direct material, direct material cost, direct labor. Okay, direct labor, direct material. Okay, the answer is this one. Direct labor cost, direct material cost. Okay. Okay, which cost is a cost classified under function? Cost classification under function. Okay, next. Siapa? Aisyah. Aisyah, cost classification under function.
D. Selling and distribution cost.
Okay, this one simple lah jawapan dia. Memang dia ada fixed, mixed and variable cost. Itu ada satu yang pelik dekat sini. Okay, next. The following is an example of semi-cost. Semi-cost, semi-variable cost. Semi-variable, semi-cost. Next is Dalila. Dalila.
B. Sir, where royalty cost.
Okay. Rental cost, rental expenses, rental expenses, royalty cost, direct labor, direct material cost. So yang paling tepat is this one. Next, lepas ni Afikah. These are variable costs except
A. Rental.
okay, rental expenses is rental expenses, they fall under which category? Fixed, variable ataupun mixed cost?
Fixed.
Okay. Fixed expenses. Okay, next. Okay. When fixed costs increase after a certain level of activities, the shape of the graph is back to atas. Dina. When fixed costs increase after a certain level of activity, the shape of the graph will be okay, Dina.
A, sir. Okay.
Step. Okay. Step. Step, yeah. Step. Step. Step cost, step. Okay, dia increase. Bila sampai satu level, dia akan increase. Sampai satu level, dia akan increase. Okay, next. Okay, five fixed costs are costs that remain the same per unit regardless of changes in the activities level. Cost per unit. Per unit. Fixed cost. Per unit, FC. Okay, true or false? A or B?
B, sir.
B, false. Okay, fixed costs remain the same. Dear, where is here? Fixed cost? False. Okay, next. What types of costs remain the same per unit at every level of activities? What types of costs remain the same per unit at every level of activities? Fixed cost, mixed cost, semi-variable cost, or variable cost? The same at every level of activity.
Variable cost, sir.
Yes, variable cost. Okay, next, which statement describe a fixed cost? Okay, sambung. Okay, which statement describe a fixed cost? It varies in total at every level of activity. When activities decline, its cost per unit increase. Its cost per unit. Cost per unit. C. Unit cost varies directly to the activity level. The unit costs stay the same at every activity level. So fixed cost. Okay, kita tengok A dulu. Okay, kita cek jawapan dulu. Okay, apa jawapannya? Dia boleh jawab?
E, sir.
A.
E.
Dia B. Ball. B for ball. Okay. A is it varies in total at every level of activity. Salah. When activities decline, it cost per unit increase. Bila activity turun, cost per unit dia increase. Yes. When cost unit vary, the unit cost varies directly to the activity level. No. The unit cost varies directly. The unit cost stay the same at every level activity. So ni dia dulu kat sini. Okay. So which statement describe a fixed cost? Okay. Fixed cost. Fixed cost per unit will reduce when production volume increase. Unit fixed cost ni, fixed cost per unit ni akan reduce kalau activity level ni increase. Okay, so dekat sini when activity level decrease, the CPU will increase, decline or increase. Okay, so yang describe the best this one. Okay, when activity decrease, cost per unit will increase. The unit cost vary. The unit cost vary directly. Ini fixed cost kan? The unit cost stay the same at every level. At every level, every ni tak boleh lah. Every level. Directly ni dia tak 100%. This is the best answer is B. Okay. Next, variable costs are costs that vary in total directly and proportionally with the changes in the activity level, remain the same per unit at every level, include direct material and direct labor for a manufacturer. All these choices are correct. All these answers are correct. So variable cost, okay, vary in total directly or proportionally with change in activity level, remain the same per unit, CP, include direct material and direct labor for a manufacturer. Include direct material and direct labor for a manufacturer. Okay. Variable cost. Apa answer dia? Siapa nak try?
D code, sir.
Okay. D code. Yeah, D code. Okay. Vary in total directly or proportionately with changes in the activity level. Yes. Remain the same per unit at every level of activity. include direct material and direct labor for manufacturer. Sometimes kita tengoklah direct material ni dia ada direct labor ni kadang-kadang it depends ya. Kalau general information dia direct labor ni sometimes dia boleh jadi fixed, sometimes dia boleh jadi variable cost. Kalau dalam soalan ni, kalau dia kata general macam ni, dia boleh jadi betul. So kita faham, kadang-kadang direct labor ni dia dibayar gaji fix bulanan. Kadang-kadang dia berubah. Nanti kita tengok based on situation lah. Kalau jawapan dekat sini, literally all of these choice are correct. Because A dengan B ni betul. So you tak boleh pilih A saja, you tak boleh pilih B saja. So you pilih all of these answer choices are correct. Okay, next. Mixed cost consists of a mixed cost. A, B, C, D. Mixed cost. Okay. Variable cost element consists of variable cost element and fixed cost element, fixed cost element and controllable cost element, relevant cost element and cost controllable and a controllable cost element, variable cost element and relevant cost element. They consist of apa?
B kot.
A, sir.
Okay. B ataupun A. Pada adalah B. A. Okay. Dia ada elemen variable cost and dia ada elemen fixed cost. Controllable cost ni tak ada cerita. Controllable cost pun ni pun tak ada cerita dalam. Okay, fixed cost, variable cost. Mixed cost have both a variable cost element and fixed cost element. Variable cost element and fixed cost element. Dia tak ada cerita yang uncontrollable, controllable tu dia topik lain. Ni. Topik bawah ni, controllable and non-controllable cost and revenue. Topik lain ni, subtopik lain. Okay. Costs that change in total but not proportionately with changes in activity level are okay, apa jawapan dia?
B, sir, mixed cost.
Okay, mixed cost jawapan dia. Okay, mixed cost. Okay, 14. Java Joe operate a chain of coffee shop. The company pays rent of RM20,000 per year for each shop. Supplies, napkin, bag, condiment are purchased as needed. The manager of each shop is paid a salary of RM3K per month, and all other employees are paid on an hourly basis relative to the number of customers for a shop. The cost of supplies is which kind of cost? Cerita pasal supplies ni, barang-barang like napkin, bag and condiment ni are purchased as and when required, as and when needed. So this one, kita boleh kategorikan cost this under which category of cost?
Variable cost.
Okay, so kita akan fall under variable cost as and when required. So bila dia diperlukan, so dia akan dia punya cost dia akan increase. Bila it's not required, and then tak ada cost lah for napkin, bags and condiment. Okay, number 15. Select the correct statement regarding the fixed cost. And select the correct statement. The correct statement. So which one is correct?
B, sir.
Jawapan dia B. Okay. Select the correct statement regarding the fixed cost. The fixed cost per unit decrease when volume increase. Ini dah berulang kali kan. Yang atas pun sama, yang bawah pun sama soalan dia. So soalan dia dah duplicate. 16. Like the correct statement regarding fixed cost. Sama. Lain sikit. Okay. There is a contradiction between the terms fixed cost per unit and behavior pattern implied by the term. Fixed cost per unit is not fixed. Fixed cost per unit is not fixed, betul. Total fixed cost remain constant when volume change. Remain constant, generally betul. There is a contradiction between the term fixed cost per unit and the behavior pattern implies to this one. So bila B and C betul, most probably your answer is D. Walaupun sebenarnya you tak faham apa pula yang dia cerita kat A ni kan. Okay. Okay, D. The answer is D. Because B and C betul. Okay, this one. Use the following information to answer question 17 and 18. Rock Creek Bottling Company pays its production manager a salary of RM6K. This person are paid strictly on commission. Is commission based at RM1.50 at RM1.50 for each case of product sold. The Rock Creek Bottling Company, for this company, the production manager's salary is an example of production manager. Production manager is an example of apa jawapannya? Production manager. Okay. Gaji manager production dia normally fixed. Okay. For this company, the cost of the salesperson commission is an example of commission based. Apa jawapannya? Variable cost. Okay, 19. In the graph below, which depict the relationship between unit produced and total cost. The dotted line depict which type of total cost. Okay, unit kat bawah. Cost unit is X, cost is Y. And then dia punya dotted line tu is a straight ke atas. Okay, this graph is referring to variable cost punya graph ke, fixed cost ke, mixed cost punya graph, or none of this. Graph ni. Graph ini. Okay. Graph ni semi-fixed. Ni staircase lah, semi-fixed step, mixed cost, variable cost, fixed cost. Okay. This one they mention total cost, bukan cost per unit total cost. Total cost akan increase if quantity increase. So this one best describe which category of cost, variable cost, fixed cost ataupun mixed cost. Okay, sama kan? Fixed cost ke bawah, ni total fixed cost dia remain unchanged. Total variable cost increase. based on unit of output ataupun activity level ataupun volume ataupun quantity. Okay, next. This one ada dah jawapan kan kat bawah tadi. In the graph below, which depict the relationship between unit produce and unit cost? The dotted line depict which type of cost per unit. Cost per unit. Cost per unit. So the answer is atas total cost, and this question is cost per unit. So cost per unit yang mana yang tak bergerak? Okay, variable cost. Total variable cost, unit variable cost, cost per unit. Okay, ada dalam slide presentation number 21. In the graph below, which depict the relationship between unit produce and total cost? Okay, the dotted line depict which type of cost? Sama ke? Sama soalan. Unit cost. Okay. Cost per unit. Okay. Ini dah. This one. Macam sama je soalan ni.
Variable cost. Good.
Oh, total cost. Okay, this one total cost. Okay, so total cost apa? Kalau unit berubah, cost dia tetap. So this one graph untuk total cost. So cost apa yang tetap regardless of the production volume? Fixed.
Fixed cost.
Okay. Fixed cost per unit, FCPU. Decrease as production volume increase. Decrease fixed cost per unit akan decrease as decrease. Decrease. Okay, it's not affected by changes in the production volume. Decrease and increase. Decrease if production volume increase. Increase. So yang satu ni.
C, sir.
C, sir.
Okay. C. Okay. Next, the high-low method is used. High-low method is used to determine the highest price that can be charged for a product. Separate mixed cost into variable cost and fixed cost component. Identify the relevant and irrelevant costs of a business. Determine the sales level at highest capacity. So the answer is okay. Separate mixed costs into variable costs and fixed cost component. Okay. These are type of cost object. Okay. Cost object, yeah. Output, operational, business relationship. Cost object. Cost object.
B, sir.
Type of cost object, it can be output, operational, business relationship. Cost object is an object, product, function, services, or department. Cost object. Okay, the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Which cost is classified according to function? Ini sama tadi je. Double. Okay. When all direct costs are added together, it is called. When all direct costs. Direct.
cost.
Okay. The following are costs that are classified according to their behavior. Fixed cost, mixed cost, variable cost, tiba-tiba selling and distribution. Definitely ni salah lah. Tiba kat situ ada satu. Okay, atau boleh tulis 4 saja, tak ada kan? Okay, 28, the total cost can be separated into variable cost and fixed cost using the following method. So definitely higher method lah. Itu je yang you belajar. The rest ni conference mathematical, sensitivity method belum. Okay, habis 28 soalan. So kita pergi yang kat atas. Okay, ni variable cost. You boleh dapatkan dalam slide presentation. This one is variable cost. Fixed cost. Variable cost. Mixed cost. Semi-fixed or step fixed cost. Semi-fixed or step fixed cost dari kan. Okay, dulu kan. Okay, kat sini ada answer dia lah. Okay, example, fixed cost and mixed cost. Okay, contoh dia. Okay, variable cost. The variable cost is the cost that change when activity change. It change direct proportion to the production volume. Example of variable cost is direct material cost and direct labor cost. Fixed cost is a cost that does not change when activity change. It remains constant regardless of the production volume, and this is only true up to a certain level of activity. Only. Monthly rental expenses and maintenance costs. Okay, ini simple answer dia. You can give banyak juga lah kalau you nak tulis kat sini. Dia boleh jadi banyak, and dia boleh jadi sikit. Kalau you nak bagi contoh-contoh lain pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, this one gender and co. Gender and co. The cost controller of gender and co design and gender has to prepare the cost report on her own. She has little knowledge on cost accounting and requires assistance from you. Kindly classify the following for gender into 5 categories of costs. First is prime cost, production or manufacturing overhead, administrative overhead, selling overhead, distribution overhead. Okay, number 1. Production managers salaries, EPF, SOSO and bonus. This one code dia apa? This one. Okay. This one code apa? Production manager. Production manager.
Direct labor.
Indirect labor. So dia pilih yang atasnya tau. Prime cost, production overhead, administrative overhead, selling and distribution overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ni sahaja. Dia suruh pilih.
PMO.
PMO. Okay. Kategori dia PMO. Okay. Depreciation on plant and machinery. Depreciation on plant and machinery.
IE.
IE, ada ke kat sini IE? Dia PC, PO, AO, SOPO. So apakah jawapannya?
PMO.
PMO. Insurance on machinery. Insurance on machinery.
PMO.
Foreman salaries. Foreman salaries.
PMO.
Insurance for finished goods which are ready to be sold. Itu tiba SO. Mas mula. Apa jawapannya? SO sebab dia finished good. Okay, advertising. Marketing and promotional activities.
SO sir.
SO. Assemblers wages. Assemblers wages.
PC.
PC. Raw material use. Raw material use.
PC.
PC. Wood used to build furniture and fitting. In manufacturing, furniture and fitting. Office salaries, EPF, so bonus ex gratia dengan gratuity.
AO.
Jawapan. Delivery expenses,
DO.
patent costs,
PC.
PC. Okay. So yang lain tu semua tahu kan? Okay, saya buka semua. Ini tak ada. Tak ada. Okay, nanti you sambung. Wages for factory store clerk, wages for crane driver, administrative, stationery, semua ni ada kan? Okay, ni pun sama. Jaden and Co. Tadi gender ni Jaden. Di sana pun sama. You all boleh buat rasanya ni. Okay, benda yang sama. Sahaja. Okay. Number 1. Lumber. Used in a furniture factory. Direct material, direct labor dengan manufacturing overhead. DM, DL
Direct.
dengan DL
Direct material sir.
dengan MFP. So direct material. Okay, next.
Direct material sir.
Okay, still use. So this one direct material. Number 6. Number 6,
Direct material.
paint. Okay, and semua. Pandai-pandai dia ni. The expert sikit. Okay, this one pun saya rasa you boleh faham. Dan you boleh tahu dia punya jawapan lah. Lain tak ada jawapan. Ni pun sama. Okay, ni kita tak buat sebab dia agak complicated. Okay, jom kita try satu soalan. Siap paper. Angkah ni. Voucher. Okay. This one is your 60. 60. Okay, jom sebelum kita rehat. Okay, apa jawapan A? Jawapan 1. Cost accounting is concerned with the provision of information to internal users in order to help run the business more effective and efficient. While financial accounting is concerned with the provision of information to internal and external users as well as reporting the financial performance result and financial positions of the company and business. Manager requires cost accounting for all processes below except A. Planning, motivating, controlling, and entertaining.
D.
Okay. Cost accounting system need to be changed over time. Over time because
D sir.
change of new technology. Which data cost controller need in completing his work? cost controller. Which data cost controller needs in completing his work, his job? All of the above. All of the above. Past data, current data, forecast data. Manajemen accounting kan perlukan 3. All the main objective of cost accounting, all are main objective of cost accounting except measuring efficacy, efficiency, effectiveness, and economy. Okay, so jawapan dia ialah measuring economy. Kecuali kan, kita tak pernah cerita pasal measuring economy. Efficiency, effectiveness, efficacy ni semua dia satu gang lah. Okay, use the following information to answer question 5 to 8. Nabihah Huda Agency's number height is an artist management agency. NHASB business operation are handling their artist schedules, digital marketing, promotional activities, and others. Their resident artists including Reza Rosli, King Kongko, and Akim and the Lawyers. NHAB's member are having 2 key personnel, which are artist manager and artist promoter. NHA pay their artist manager a salary of 5K per month for each resident artist, while for promoters commission are based on job received by the artist with a rate of 1% from the payment received from producers or organizer. Okay, for NHA, artist manager's salary is an example of. Okay, NHA pay their artist manager a salary of 5K per month for each resident artist. So artist manager artist ni salary dia is an example of apa jawapan dia? You buka satu agensi, satu management punya agensi, artis punya artist management agency, and then you ada manager yang jaga artis-artis you. You call my manager tu. So manager tu, company tu bayar gaji 5,000. So manager tu fall under apa? Direct labor, direct material, direct expenses or administrative. Okay, direct labor. Sebab dia adalah direct worker dekat company Nabihah Huda ni. Dia adalah pekerja di Nabihah Huda dan dia bisnes utama dia adalah menjaga artis. Dan produk dia adalah artis tu sendiri. All of these are correct except direct material for NHA is so-called artist, so-called. Manager's salary is constant regardless of the job received by the artist. Commission rate for promoter is varies depend on the job received by artist. Commission rate there is a possibility of sunk cost if the artist is not as popular as expected after some investment made to them. Semua ni betul kecuali apa yang salah dekat sini.
C.
Okay. C, commission rate for promoter is varies. Which costing system is suitable for this company? Job costing, batch costing, product costing, or process costing? Job costing. Okay. What costs include in prime cost for this company? Prime cost. Payment to artist, payment to promoter, payment to finance manager, and payment to owner of the company. Prime cost is direct cost. Okay, payment to artist. Okay, use the following information to answer question 13 until 16. By using high-low method, compute the variable cost per unit. Okay, highest, lowest. Okay, sekarang ni for highest day is 45 minus 15, and then you can divide 60 minus 4. Berapa you dapat? Ada calculator?
B sir.
Okay, B. Next, by using the high-low method, compute the total fixed cost. Total fixed cost. So TC equal to VC plus M. Total cost equal to FC plus VC. Okay, you masuk balik tadi tu 2.5 ni dalam formula. TC you ambil satu line. Kalau macam 16 dengan 45 ni you masuk. 45 equal to X tambah 16,000 times 2.5. And then you will get the answer. Berapa jawapan dia?
Sir, scroll atas sikit boleh?
Boleh. Okay.
B ke sir?
Okay, B 5K. Other than the high-low method, to segregate the mixed cost into variable cost and fixed cost, what are the other options that can be used? Okay, A 16. Below are all example of mixed cost except mixed cost. Selain daripada yang tak selain daripada mixed cost.
D sir.
B pattern. Okay, dia fixed cost. Tak ada. Okay. Ni define variable cost, mixed cost and fixed cost. Ini abnormal loss, abnormal gain belum lagi. To provide differences between job costing and process costing belum lagi. Okay, yang Wani Shazwani is a furniture manufacturer. How would she classify the following cost? Director salary, fixed, variable, semi.
Fix.
Fixed. Would use in furniture in the manufacture of
Variable.
furniture. Rental of factory.
Fix.
Phone bills includes a line rental.
Semi.
Okay, factory workers wages. Wages.
Variable.
Factory worker variable. Okay. Next code. Okay, you kena guna code kat atas ni ya. Amelia X Megat operates an IT consultancy business. Use a coding system for its element of cost, materials, labor, and overhead, and then further classifies each element by nature. Is either direct or indirect. What would be the codes for the following costs? Yang this one ya. Ini dia buka company IT ya, company IT. Salary of trainee IT consultant. Okay, dia buat IT punya business. Okay, and then dia ada trainer, trainee, trainer and trainee. Okay, salary for trainee IT consultant. Dia bukan trainee ni, trainer. Salah ni, trainer. Salary of trainer. Trainer, latih. Okay, trainer, salary of trainer IT. Trainee IT consultant. Okay, kod dia apa? Ni IT company. Salary for trainer IT ataupun consultant. Ya,
Ada tuition ke?
ada. Tunggu.
Aduh, malas saya betul.
Mana? Planning salary of trainee, salary for IT consultant. DL ya, kod dia. Planning cost to renew list of office. Renewal of office. Of IT punya office ni. Okay, IO, rental kan. Wages of the office manager. Okay. Office manager, wages, salary. Kat sini mungkin mungkin you confuse. Nanti kita akan buat satu ketetapan. Kalau macam dalam soalan ni dia ada satu salary, dia ada satu wages. Kita saja nak suruh you tengok kalau salary dia akan fall under direct labor. Kalau wages, tiba dalam ni ada perbezaan salary dengan wages. Kadang-kadang wages tu dia suruh letak dekat sebab dia office manager kan, dia bukan dekat dia maksudnya dia bukan kalau dekat sini dia punya direct labor ialah IT punya consultant. So selain IT tu dia akan fall under direct labor. Contohnya ni wages of office manager. Nanti you kena take note, takut you confuse sebab company dia IT consultant. Okay. Cleaner and janitor pun sama jugalah, indirect labor. Module or manual IT guideline used during the consultancy station. Company ni dia buat training and consultancy, and then dia ada satu module ataupun buku guideline dia. So this one kalau dalam case ni you kena letak dalam direct material. Sebab itu adalah material yang diguna masa training. It's a direct material. Okay. Next. Okay, how would a cloth retailer classify the following costs? Skirt designer. Material, labor, expenses.
Labor.
Heating costs.
Expenses.
Direct depreciation of fixture and furniture, fixture and fittings. Expenses. Cashier sales, cashier staff salaries. Labor. Clothes material. Ini pun sama lah. Okay. Ini tak ada, ni boleh belajar, ni boleh belajar, ni boleh belajar. Nanti lepas ni kita go through satu soalan test. And then kita habis kelas. Ini soalan dia. Test 3 dia, ini soalan dia. Sudah ada jawapan tak? Ini juga soalan ni. Bukan. Saya lagi soalan. Set B pula. Test 3. Pun defect. S1Q. Ini soalan test 1. Kita rehat dulu sekejap and then kita continue dengan you punya assignment. Okay, kita rehat sebentar. 10 minit. 10 minit. Okay. Okey, jom. Saya share satu soalan. Lepas tu kita buat sama-sama. Okey, this one. Okay. Ini satu soalan ya. This one. The information below was extracted from books of Muslim manufacturing in Neighborhood as at 31st December 2018. Okay, this one semua info-info dia bagi ya. Okay, requirement dia ialah calculate the prime cost, calculate the manufacturing overhead and calculate the production cost. Untuk this one ya. Okay. Saya letak tepi dulu. Okay, saya buka ini ya. Okay. So soalan ni okay, untuk jawab soalan ni dia ada banyak dia punya apa cara nak buat, tapi saya suka cara yang this one supaya nanti you faham apa yang you buat. Okay. Ayat 17. This one saya suka DM, DL, C. Okay, equal SUM buka kurungan 3 tarik. Isinya IM, IL, IE. Itu prime, ini secondary cost. Sum. Tarik. Okay, next one. Formula. Semua ni summit. Okay, let's see. Sum. Ini ke sini. Ini ke sini. Okay, SC product. Prime cost, product cost. So product cost tambah secondary cost. Your product cost. This one you color on kalau you macam kecil boleh. Okay. Product cost, admin cost, sales marketing distribution, jadi period cost. Sum. Product cost tambah period cost dia jadi total production ini total production cost. Ini period cost. So ni dari PC kan. Ini period cost. So ni product cost ni PC. Nanti je PC ke sana. Okay. Sini period cost. Ini total period cost. PC sama. Pilih. Siap. Kita punya template. First. Okay, direct material use. Direct material use is DM. Okay, settle. Indirect material use. Kat sini. Production manager salary. Wages and salary, dia kita asingkan. 30%, 0.3 dengan this one. Okay, the remaining 0.7 times dengan this one. Settle. Okay, production royalty, this one. Okay, these two saya combinekan sekali ya. Sebabnya ada info. Saya tambah info sini. C. Control V. Okay, info dia carriage on raw material means carriage in work and it is part of prime cost. So saya kena pilih satu is either carriage ni atau haulage. So saya pilih carriage in work ni sebagai dia punya prime cost. And haulage is indirect expenses. Dia dua kat sini. So satu kena dekat direct expenses, satu lagi indirect expenses. Hire of computer for production control. Hire of computer for production control. This one. Direct. Depreciation pun sini. Depreciation pun kat sini. Canteen use nya 0.6 times dengan yang this one. Okay, 0.6 factory, remaining balance ialah staff 0.5 ditambah 15. Okay, ada soalan? Okay. Interest on loan is admin. Personal salary is dekat salesman. Travelling expenses dekat admin. Ada factory indirect dekat sini. Salary store clerk. Store clerk. Ini salary admin dekat sini. So you nampak dia punya ni. Dah saya tekan sini, saya buat dia punya first panel. Clear cost TPC. TPC equal product cost sama dengan period cost. Totalkan. 42 sama tak? 42 sini. 369. Kita variance checking. Sini ada beza. So, ini sama dengan you punya ni kan? You punya assignment. So far. Ada soalan? Tak ada. Okay, last. Soalan terakhir ya hari ini. Tutorial dulu. Saya ada share dalam you punya ni. You punya WhatsApp juga. Soalan terakhir ya. Sebelum kita end kita punya kelas. The owner of this company is having a difficulty in segregating the production cost between fixed cost and variable cost. As a cost controller of the company, the owner of this company requires your opinion to resolve this issue. You are suggesting to use high-low method and you are required to present to her by using the data tabulated below. So this one, soalan dia, dia suruh you cari VC and TFC. Okay, saya kecilkan kat sini. Besarkan sikit.
Tapi tergelam. Aku memang sudah semua. Tapi otak aku memang sudah semua. Tapi aku otak tidak menurut. Tapi otak
T1 press 1, 2, 3, 10. Paksa cari jawapan dia. Okay. Go this one, saya copy dulu. Control C, Control V. Kalau susah, mungkin ada yang narrow. So yang dia hantar infinity ya. Okay, first ialah you ambil the highest and the lowest. This one is the highest. This one is the lowest. Highest, lowest. So you minus lah. Dekat sini. Yes, minus. Lowest. Dalam line yang sama ya. Minus. Lowest. Ini. Comma. So you dapat ni and you bahagilah. 30 bahagi 9. Cepat 3.33. Lepas tu you masuk formula TC equal to TC equal to FC plus TC. TC equal to FC plus TC. So you ambil satu contoh. TC 45 Equal 45 tambah kan? 56%. 45 equal to 6 plus kurungan 333 dan dengan 12,000. Okey. C ialah FC ya. FC. 45 tolak dan kurungan 333 ditambah dengan 12 kurungan. So 5,000. So T total cost 45. 5 total cost. Next 5. So VC 40 equal 0.3333 times dengan 50. Tetap times dengan 12. Okay. So you dapat kat sini. Dah. VC, TC, FC, VC dia. Okay. Lepas tu dia kata estimate yang this one 15. Lepas tu dia kata fixed cost dia. Fixed cost ni dia kena tambah 5,000. So now fixed cost dia ialah RM dan baru dia. Okay. C, FC, TC. Okay, TC tak tahu lah kan. So ini kita nak cari. Buka kurungan campur. Okay. TC dia kena naik 10,000. Okay. TC ialah 0.3333 kali dengan 12. 3.33. So VC dia 50. VC dia 60. So sini adalah okay. Bila you masuk semua formula tu contoh saya kat sini TC FC VC. FC kat sini 5,000 10,000 kan. Okay. So VC tolak FC. Seribu. Okay. Okay. Lepas tu buat graf. Lepas tu ni kita dah cerita tadi kan. Okay. Graf dia dah kena macam ni. Ini contoh graf Saya lokal-lokal macam main-main sahaja. Insert shape. Ini satu. Assume dia sebaris Ini satu. Contoh. Ini contoh saja ya. Okay, ini fixed cost dia. At satu level, dia akan naik. Level 5,000, dia jadi 10. Okay. FC dia. FC. And then total cost dia dia letaklah Dia punya ni ialah dia punya quantity V. CFC. Insert sheet. Ini adalah C. Lepas tu you baca cantik lah bila dalam final exam tu you baca cantik. Ada macam ni. Ada 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 quantity, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 cost. And cost TC, FC. FC daripada 5,000, ni salah. Daripada 5,000 naik 10,000. So FC ni start dari 5,000 bawah ni. Okay. Okay, ada tak yang tak faham? Tuan tanya soalan. Ada? Okay. Kalau tak ada, nanti kita akan sambung next week. Saya tak sure lagi, nanti saya inform kelas kita bila. Ataupun any time that you prefer, nanti you inform saya. Beberapa yang you nak, sebab next week kan belum puasa kan. Sama ada kita nak kelas macam ni juga ataupun sama dalam bulan puasa dan tak ada masalah lah. Kita just continue next week Tuesday 2 PM. So kalau apa-apa nanti you inform saya dalam WhatsApp group juga. And then kita dah habis chapter 1, kita dah habis chapter 2, and then kita akan ada test 1. Test 1 dalam bulan puasa, tapi saya tak bagi test 2. Mungkin test 2 you kena buat dalam satu hari ataupun half day. Test nanti saya inform you kemudian. So dalam bulan puasa lah test 1, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Jangan lupa you punya assignment kena submit by this week. You punya assignment dengan quiz also. Untuk assignment sekali dengan yang tutorial yang kita dah buat lah. Ada quiz, ada assignment. Yang tu pun you kena submit dalam G Drive. Okay, ada soalan lagi tak? Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, tell me again. Selamat berpuasa semua. And then kita akan jumpa dalam bulan puasa nanti next week. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you sir.
Salam.
Salam. Thank you, sir.
Kesalam.
Thank you,
Sir. Selamat puasa, sir.
Selamat berpuasa. Bye-bye.